Well, my name is Rebekah Coggins, and I do a level 2 Vinyasa Flow at Okra every Monday. So yeah, we'll do 15 minutes of what spending some time with me may be like as a teacher. And usually I begin, with really trying to come into the moment, which to me can't be rushed, so I won't rush this little segment either. So let's, where you are, if you're practicing with me, just take a seat, a comfortable seat, and lengthen your spine. And let's actually start with our eyes open. Take a moment to see where you are, so that the drawing inward isn't a denial of where you are or what's going on in your life, but is actually just incorporating slowly and then drawing in. So looking around wherever you are in your room, or whatever room you're in, whatever you smell, and then draw your senses into your body with your eyes open or closed. So maybe starting with your toes and moving up through your legs into your hips. Maybe you consider your organs or everything that's between, right, all of our skeleton. And maybe you feel some things there. And just notice coming all the way up through your shoulders into your arms and hands, and then back up through the neck and skull. Begin to notice your breath and deepen it. Both your inhales and your exhales. With each inhale, imagine movement, light, color, whatever works for you, moving down through your skull, through the top of your head, all the way down into your pelvic bowl. Feeling that, rooting you deep into the earth, and then with each exhale, that movement coming back up through your spine and right back up through as high as you want to imagine, right into the heavens. So you being at the center, and maybe even that heart space being at the center of the movement, way up and way down. And let your breath sort of just ride that rhythm. And if you have an intention for a few moments, even these few moments of movement, you can take that into your mind right now. With your breath, you can keep your eyes closed or open. We're going to roll over the knees into a tabletop position. Take a moment for cow and cat, that's spinal flexion and extension. Moving with your breath. And maybe start with inhales as you lower your belly. Exhales as you curl your back and your spine and your tailbone. And then maybe switch it, right? So inhaling as you curl in. Exhaling as you open your belly and your throat. Curl the toes under. And slowly press back, pressing into the fascia or the tissue in your feet, right? So starting with that foundation and imagining that opening coming all the way through the backs of your legs. Let's lift the hips to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Deepen your inhales and exhales, remembering that that breath is moving through the nose. So you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Gaze forward, walk your feet between your hands for a forward fold. So I like to take a slight bend in my knees. Just make sure your knees aren't locked out, right? Rest your hands, maybe grab opposite elbows. Release your neck and your upper back. And think about tipping your tailbone just a little bit higher with each breath. Go ahead and release your hands if you haven't bound. Let's take a few sun salutations. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine all the way through the neck. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down through the feet, remembering that pressing down, and then also the pressing up at the same time with your heart right there at the center. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Let's inhale, reach up, look up, maybe take a light back bend, loosen the knees, or not locked out. And then let's exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down. And rise up, pressing through the fingertips. Heart right at the center. Exhale, connect the thumbs to the chest. And one more. Inhale, press up, rooting down with the feet. Exhale, long spine as you ride the breath down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and we'll step back to a downward facing dog. Come down onto the knees. Separate the feet behind you. Long spine, hero's pose, right? So if you've got issues in the knees, you want to sit on something to make a little less intense there. Feel free to modify as you need. Bring your hands together. Press each finger together. Imagine your brain, right, and the communication in your brain increasing as you press your palms together. Come back to your intention. Let that intention fill each movement. Take one more inhale. As we exhale, let's come back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to 3-point. Hold there and allow your left heel to really melt down to the mat. And if you want to stack your right hip, see if you can take a different variation and actually square your hips together, pressing the back of the leg straight up. And breathe. Take an inhale, lift the leg higher. Exhale, cheetah center and hold for 3, 2, 1. Step the foot between the hands, come down and curl the back toes for a low lunge. So your hips, your knees, your toes, everything is squared forward, opening that left front of the leg, between the hip and the knee, right? So imagine space opening there. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let's inhale the fingers straight up. If you have space, maybe a light back bend. Full inhale. And then exhale. We're going to sink back to a half split. Flex the right toes back towards the body. Square the hips. With each breath, imagine your belly coming closer to your thigh, or your quadricep there. Good. And then we're going to take a modified side angle. So we're going to bend that front knee, place the right palm down, and left fingers high. So you're asking that right hip to open wide, pressing down through that planted palm. Could also be on a block. And then pressing up through the fingertips. Take one more inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, come back down. Come back to cheetah and hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, take a twist. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, mountain climber prep. So tap that right elbow. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, step the feet between the hands and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down. Imagining those roots going deep as you press your fingers high. Acknowledging the heart right in the center. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Look up. Exhale, long spine and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Let's come back, knees down, and then calves apart. Come back to the breath and your attention, linking those things together with movement. Take one more deep inhale as you exhale back to downward facing dog, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So inhale the left leg, 3-point. Allow the right heel to melt down. Try to avoid stacking the hips in this particular 3-point, but keeping the hips square, pressing the back of the leg straight up. Good. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, chi to center and hold for 3, 2, 1. Step the foot between the hands and low lunge. Find a point of focus. Imagining some space opening up between that right hip and the top of the right knee. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Let's inhale up if you have space. Take a light back bend. Exhale, half split or Ardha Hanumanasana. Flex the foot back towards the face, back towards the body. Square the hips forward. With each inhale and exhale, let the belly come closer to the thigh. Good, and then we'll do a modified side angle on that left side. So the left palm comes to the inside of that left ankle. You are going to kickstand that right ankle behind the right knee and open up. Asking that left hip to open wide. Feel free to place a block underneath that left palm and press down, grounding, and then feel that energy moving all the way up through your right fingers. Breathe. If you've lost your breath, come right back to it. On your next exhale, lower the hand down and come back to Chitta. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, take a twist. Tap the right elbow. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, mountain climber prep. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, drop the foot right back down. Downward facing dog. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, lower down, hover, feel free to modify. Upward facing dog. Open the chest and throat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring to a close by coming down onto the knees. Back to hero's pose one more time. Long spine. Make sure you can hear your breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Let it center where you are. Imagine being rooted deeply and extended high with the heart right in the center. And then where you are, you can either stay here in this pose or come to a comfortable seat. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. And thank you for joining me for some breath and movement, some stillness and presence today. Namaste.